What's going on, guys? Spartan D here, and Final Gear just dropped Alexa. And if you've watched my videos in the past, you know that I've spoken a great deal about Alexa. To just be short, long story short, and I'm still gonna go over everything. She's strong. She's incredibly strong. She's ridiculously strong. She's amazing. She is absolutely amazing in every single way possible. She still holds up on the other servers to this day. She's just good, bro. Like, she's really, really good. This is typically what you're gonna see unless you're a whale, and if you saved up. Be that as it may, she is still skippable, and I would recommend that people skip her. If you held your crystals from the last one, which would have been, you know, Nova and the other, because her garbage ass is still extended. Like, how does she get an extension? And Nova, you know, the one that people actually care about is not there. That's great. You got the trash garbage ass Serenity. Nobody cares about Serenity, bro. There might be some people who care about Serenity. She's garbage. She's literally trash. She does nothing. She's absolute ass. You know why she's ass? Because her attack speed is. Anyway, so Alexa, awesome. Here are some of her skins. This one should be available right now. I believe she also has a Christmas skin out, if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually not sure. But because I glanced at it for a little bit, and then I was like, oh, okay, she's got a skin in there. But this one, you know, this one's really cool. I like this one a lot. Whenever they decide to release this one, definitely gonna grab that one. And then here's for whoever likes this kind of stuff. I'm good on it personally, but you know, it's out there for everybody. I really like her, you know, her initial one a lot, her initial skin, and then this one's really cool too. Yeah, but this one, I don't know what's going on with this. It's so weird. But yeah, this one's like really dope. This is her best to me. But yeah, and this is like second best. It's third, and yeah, I don't care for that one. But this is, you know, the abilities that she gets when you put two of her pieces together. And all that good stuff. Okay, so let's get into the skills, because there's not too much else to really talk about. This is the only thing meaningful that came out of here. There's also, you know, the Evelyn event, which is basically just play the game. You just play through the game like you normally would. If you have a routine, which I do, and I believe I showed a video of my routine, you just do that. You do bounties, you do, you know, your typical stuff. There's nothing to write home about with this. They get a few of these, which is nice. This is also nice, you know. You just get stuff for the base, stuff, you know, for your units. You get a few of Evelyn's, you know, regular Evelyn stuff. You get a background, and that's pretty much like it. There's nothing really else to talk about here. There's really not much else going on with the event. It's really forgettable. Like the last one, the Christmas event, was whatever. It was nice because you got crystals for, you know, going through each rotation, but there wasn't much past that. But yeah, I'm just a small character. She does, this is Alexa's. She's pretty much that type of character where she, you know, quote unquote downplays herself to make herself seem small in order to get people to lower their guard, and then she, you know, strikes. Which, if you've looked through the story, if you know, read through the story, you know, that's her character. She's incredibly intelligent. She's incredibly, you know, tactful. She is a tactician. She does her good stuff, but with that out of the way, let's just get into her kit. So she summons 6 robots who rush the target and they explode. When they explode, they do 174% damage in a AoE, and it stuns the enemies for 3 seconds. And after you get her mech, which is right here, very very endearing. What ends up happening is instead of 6, you get 3, and they'll do AoE for a short amount of time to slow the target down by 30% for 1 second, which is a lot, by the way. It pretty much like anchors them down. If you have someone who is able to do a lot of stun lock, they're basically unable to move. So don't get confused by the 30%. 30% actually matters a lot, especially in PvP. If you get this off, but at that point they're dead. The thing about it is you're gonna have to need a lot of support behind her, meaning you're gonna have to invest into some energy recharge and some attack speed of some kind, and like accuracy, if you just want to build her for utility, which isn't a bad thing because she can just support whoever your main is if you want to go that route. And after they attack 6 times or basically, you know, get killed, they'll explode and stun an enemy for 3 seconds, just like here. In each one of those Iron Jades, they have 50% of her stats. The attack, the crit chance, crit damage, you know, just her stats. I don't know why they have it set up like this. It's basically set up to her stats. In her second ability, No Way, this is an order from above. She just gets an attack increase without the mech. With the mech, during the battle, her attack is increased by 30 and her crit rate is increased by 10, which is, you know, it's whatever. It's not really that much to talk about. Now here is where it starts coming together and it starts to matter. Here she gets attack speed there already, and, you know, damage increase, which is needed with attack. When you have like an attack increase, you need a damage overall damage increase as well to scale. They help each other scale. You do more damage that way, or if you just get like a whole bunch of damage applications. But anyway, third skill, I don't want to do it if I can. So she just gets this immediately. Her attack speed is increased by 25%. When you get the mech activated, her attack speed is increased by 25%. And when she does crit, there's a 55% chance to cause whoever you hit to enter a mutilated state, which will increase her damage by 20% for 20 seconds. And it can trigger once every 30 seconds. So it lasts for 30 seconds, and then once that's done, then you can activate it again. You cannot refresh it. It's basically just up. And it also doesn't say that it can be overwritten, so it absolutely can. So that's the thing. Which, the way this works, that kind of sucks. But I'm pretty sure you can activate it again if it gets removed. Do we even have a unit that is able to remove debuffs like that? I'm not sure. I have to look into that. If you guys know, let me know in the comments if there's such a unit that exists either on global or, you know, the CN or JP servers. But her fourth skill, I hope you don't resent me. During battle, increase on critical strike chance by 20%. Which, yeah, sure. When you activate her mech, when you enter battle, her crit chance is increased by 20%, when she loses 1% of her HP. Her own damage is increased by 0.5% when it's lower than 50% her HP. Her critical damage is increased by 30%. Now, all of this is well and good. Her attack speed is horrendous. She has rounds that she reloads, so this there's a multitude of ways you can build her. If you want to build into reload speed, you can, I guess. It's not really gonna do anything. I would say it's better for you to invest into attack speed since you already have some, so have a comp that, you know, facilitates more attack speed, like an Elizabeth, like a Natasha, something like that. That's really good. I would recommend Natasha personally, and from there you can set up your defensive unit like a Solvig or a Alois or something like that, or a Liango if you have her. And then your carry. You can make her your carry if you want to. It wouldn't be a bad team. You could run something like Natasha, Alexa, Solvig / Liango. If you have Liango, I just recommend Liango, but Solvig's just easy. She's free. Alois, and then something like a Smiley or something. But in PvP, battles usually don't last that long anyway, so you'd be better off having some units that can do a hell of a lot more than just heal. some sort of CC would be appreciated. Some sort of lockdown to allow her to, because she has such a demanding ulti in terms of the energy. 6,200 is like high. You're not going to see this be activated too often if you don't have a proper build, which sucks because her ability is really good, but like again, she's more so for like utility. Like if you get it, it's great, but honestly, with units like Liango, like Blade, like Tasia, like Ren that's running amok, it's like she doesn't really have a place, which is a shame because, you know, her abilities are really good. I can't necessarily say that I can vouch for her in PvP, especially with, you know, when the ultra rare units like Lillian and Morgan come out. It's just no way to, like, there's no place for her really. Not saying that you can't use her, because there's definitely a team that you can put together to make her work in PvP, but I'd say she's like incredibly good everywhere else. Maybe not either National War for the same reason, in the time limit and the energy. You would really have to like go balls deep with energy recharge, or have some type of support. I know PN26 has a bit of energy recharge support. There's a few units that do, but I think she's just better as a supporting cast more than a main. But you can absolutely use her as a main. She'll perform pretty much everywhere. And then the other places that I said that, you know, it's questionable, obviously you have to do some fine tuning for that to be viable. But here's her talent. When her mech is activated, when her own durability is lower than, you know, at first it's 50, then it's 60, then it's, you know, 70 at the last tier. All of her attacks have a 25 to 35% chance to deal an additional 1 to 2 times the damage, which is nice. Her oath effect is also really nice. It's crit damage 20%. Again, she's a really good unit. Like again, because of this last part of her fourth skill right here, the durability. When you have the mech active, because before that she's not really worth investing into. After that, she's definitely worth investing into. I would say she's good, but she is very skippable. She's very skippable, and the reason that she's very skippable is because if you're free to play, or if you don't spend that much money on the game, you have to be incredibly cautious in what you spend on. And this is like, yeah, she's good, but again, for the same reasons and, you know, the main modes that you're gonna be playing into. And again, she does have her. Alexa is more of like a longer event type of character, and there are some like what is it? The Delta zone, that stuff, the Kega zone, those regions, it's good for that. But, you know, just regular play, obviously she's gonna excel. But outside of that, in time limited sort of events or modes, she's just not as good. She's still incredible, like, don't get me wrong, I still stand by her being like absolutely exceptional. You just have to have the proper build. You need to have the proper build, and you need to have her mech. Don't even bother with her if you don't have her mech. And again, the same thing if you're free to play. If you really want her, go for it. You do what you want. If this is the one for you, I personally absolutely adore her and the design from like the very moment that I played her. What's her was? I think it was JP. She was the first unit that I got, and I played with her quite a bit and was using her for quite a bit, and she was like really good. For me, she pretty much carried me. Because there was like nothing else available at the time. But I also stopped playing that for a little bit because I'm like, okay, I don't really understand what's going on that well. And I'm pretty far behind. Everybody's like strong as hell. So I kind of just let it be. But, you know, it's a lot different here. It's kind of the same thing, but it's just been due to inactivity for, you know, personal reasons. But yeah, she's really good. There's definitely gonna be a ultra rare at some point. Honestly, I would say the longer they delay it, the better it is for, you know, free to play players and people who aren't spending that much money, just because they've released so many banners. It feels like they're rushing to, you know, get us caught up, but we have a ways to go. We're still at least like 4 to 8 months behind the other servers, so we'll just have to see, man. That pretty much covers it. Again, like this Evelyn event's very forgettable. It's whatever. If you guys actually want a video on that, you guys can let me know in the comments below, but feel free to leave likes, subscribe, share this content. I really do appreciate all of you being here. And yeah, that pretty much does it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.